Have you ever been hurt so deeply that it changed you forever? What if I told you that pain could be the very thing that transforms you into an unshakable force? Today, we're diving into the mind of a loyal Sigma female and what happens when her loyalty is betrayed. If you're a Sigma woman or you know one, this is for you. Let's get into it. When a Sigma female is hurt, the first thing she does might surprise you. She doesn't scream, she doesn't argue, and she doesn't beg for an explanation. No, she simply walks away, quietly, gracefully, and without warning. You see, a Sigma female values her peace above all else. She's not the type to waste energy on drama or pointless conversations. If you've hurt her, she won't stick around to hear excuses or empty apologies. She's already assessing the situation, and if it doesn't serve her well-being, she's out. This isn't about playing games or trying to make you chase her. It's about self-preservation. She knows her worth, and she refuses to let anyone diminish it. The moment she feels disrespected or unappreciated, she'll distance herself, not because she's running away, but because she's choosing herself. And here's the thing, she doesn't need to announce her departure. She doesn't need to explain why she's leaving or give you a chance to change her mind. Her silence speaks volumes. It's her way of saying, I deserve better, and I'm not sticking around to settle for less. This distance isn't just physical, it's emotional too. She'll pull back her energy, her attention, and her loyalty. She's not cold-hearted. She's just protecting herself. She knows that staying in a toxic situation will only drain her, and she's too smart to let that happen. So, if you've ever wondered why she disappeared without a word, this is why. It's not about punishing you. It's about honoring herself. And trust me, once she's gone, she's not looking back. She's already on her way to something better, something that aligns with her values and respects her loyalty. Remember, a Sigma female doesn't need to explain her actions. Her silence is her power, and her distance is her strength. Once a Sigma female distances herself, something incredible happens. She turns all that pain into power. This is where she shines brightest, when she focuses on herself like never before. You see, a Sigma woman doesn't wallow in heartbreak or waste time dwelling on what went wrong. Instead, she channels that energy into her own growth. She's not waiting for someone to save her or fix her. She's doing it herself, and she's doing it better than anyone else ever could. This is her time to rebuild, to rediscover, and to reinvent. She'll dive headfirst into her goals, whether it's leveling up her career, mastering a new skill, or taking care of her mind and body. She knows that the best way to heal is to create a life so fulfilling that the past doesn't even compare. She'll hit the gym, not just to look good, but to feel strong. She'll pick up that book she's been meaning to read, not just to pass time, but to expand her mind. She'll pour into her passions, not just to distract herself, but to remind herself of who she is and what she's capable of. And here's the thing, she's not doing this for anyone else. This is all for her. She's not trying to prove a point or make someone regret losing her. She's simply honoring herself and her potential. She knows that the more she invests in herself, the more unstoppable she becomes. This phase isn't just about healing, it's about transformation. She's not the same person she was before the hurt. She's stronger, wiser, and more focused. She's turning her pain into purpose and her setbacks into stepping stones. So, if you ever wonder what she's up to after she walks away, know this. She's not just surviving, she's thriving. She's building a life so incredible that the past can't even touch her. And that's the power of a Sigma female. Once a Sigma female has been hurt, she doesn't just move on, she learns. And one of the most powerful lessons she takes away, the importance of boundaries. This is where she transforms her pain into protection. You see, a Sigma woman is naturally giving and loyal. But when that loyalty is taken for granted, she realizes something. Not everyone deserves access to her energy. So she starts setting boundaries, clear, unshakable, and non-negotiable. These boundaries aren't about being cold or closed off. They're about self-respect. She's not going to let anyone cross her lines again. Whether it's with the person who hurt her or new people entering her life, she's firm about what she will and won't tolerate. She'll say no without guilt. She'll walk away from situations that don't align with her values. and she'll cut off anyone who tries to disrespect her. Why? Because she's learned the hard way that boundaries aren't just a luxury, they're a necessity. And here's the thing, she doesn't feel bad about it. She knows that setting boundaries isn't selfish, it's self-care. She's not here to please everyone or sacrifice her peace for the sake of others. She's here to protect her energy and honor her worth. These boundaries become her armor. They shield her from toxicity and keep her focused on what truly matters, her growth, her goals, and her well-being. She's not afraid to enforce them either. If you cross the line, she won't hesitate to remind you where it is, and if you keep pushing, she'll remove you from her life completely. For a Sigma female, boundaries aren't just a defense mechanism, they're a declaration of self-worth. She's saying, I know my value, and I won't let anyone diminish it. And that's a lesson she'll carry with her forever. Here's something you need to know about a Sigma female. Revenge isn't in her vocabulary. When she's hurt, she doesn't waste her time plotting or scheming. Why? Because she's too busy living her best life. You see, a Sigma woman understands that revenge is a distraction. It keeps you stuck in the past, tied to the very personal situation that hurt you. And she's not about that. She's all about moving forward, not looking back. Instead of seeking revenge, she focuses on her own growth. She knows the best way to win isn't by bringing someone else down, it's by lifting herself up. She's not interested in playing petty games or stooping to someone else's level. She's too classy for that. And let's be real, she doesn't need revenge. Her success, her happiness, and her peace are the ultimate payback. While others might be stuck in negativity, she's out there achieving her goals, building her empire, and living life on her own terms. That's her revenge, living so well that the past can't even touch her. She also knows that holding on to anger or resentment only hurts her in the long run. So, she lets it go. Not because she's weak, but because she's strong enough to rise above it. She chooses to focus on what truly matters, herself, her dreams, and the people who genuinely care about her. So, if you've ever hurt a Sigma female and expected her to come after you, think again. She's not wasting her energy on you. She's too busy becoming the best version of herself. And honestly, that's the kind of revenge that speaks louder than words. This is where it gets exciting. A Sigma female doesn't just heal, she levels up. She's upgrading her life in every way possible. New skills, new goals, new confidence. The hurt is just a stepping stone to her greatness. The transformation begins. When a Sigma female experiences pain, she doesn't stay down. She doesn't dwell on what happened, nor does she waste time seeking validation or sympathy. Instead, she makes a decision. She will come back stronger, smarter, and more unstoppable than ever before. That's her mindset. She channels all that emotion, all that energy, into building a better version of herself. The path to self-mastery. This is the moment where she completely reinvents herself. She'll hit the gym harder than ever, not to impress anyone, but to feel stronger and more powerful. She'll dive into books, courses, and knowledge, expanding her mind and sharpening her skills. That business she always wanted to start, she'll finally take the leap. That dream she put on hold, she's making it a reality. Every setback fuels her next move, living life on her terms. She's not just changing, she's evolving. She's stepping into her full potential, unapologetically. Her confidence soars. People who once underestimated her, they barely recognize her now. She's achieving things they never thought she could, and she's doing it with grace, strength, and complete independence. Why this matters? The Sigma female's greatest revenge is success. She doesn't prove herself with words, she proves it with results. She levels up so powerfully that those who hurt her become nothing more than a distant memory. She doesn't just survive, she thrives. Once she's done. No second guessing, no looking back. She'll cut ties completely, and she won't feel bad about it. Why? Because she knows her value, and she's not wasting it on someone who didn't appreciate her loyalty. A clean break, no exceptions. For a Sigma female, closure doesn't come from conversations or apologies, it comes from action. And that action is walking away, permanently. If someone has betrayed her trust, she won't stick around for explanations or excuses. She doesn't play games. She doesn't beg for respect. The moment she realizes someone doesn't value her, she makes the decision to remove them from her life, completely. No drama, no emotional outbursts. Just silence and a door that will never reopen. No more wasted energy. She understands that keeping toxic people in her life only drains her. She won't engage in endless cycles of hurt and repair. She won't allow someone to keep chipping away at her self-worth. Instead, she chooses herself. That means blocking numbers, deleting messages, and removing all reminders of the past. Not out of spite, but out of self-respect. She refuses to carry dead weight on her journey to success. Why she feels no regret? Some people struggle with letting go. A Sigma female doesn't. She doesn't waste time wondering what if, or hoping people will change. She believes in actions, not words. And if someone's actions have proven they don't deserve a place in her life, she won't hesitate to cut ties. She moves forward without regret because she knows she's making room for something better. The ultimate power move. By cutting people off completely, she reclaims her energy, her peace, and her power. She's not heartless. She's just done settling for less than she deserves. Here's the truth. A Sigma female doesn't just bounce back. She rises stronger. The pain doesn't break her. It builds her. She's unshakable, unstoppable, and completely in control of her life. If you hurt her, you didn't destroy her. You unleashed her. Turning pain into power. A Sigma female doesn't crumble under pressure. She transforms. Every hardship, every betrayal, every setback becomes fuel for her growth. While others might fall into self-pity, she takes the pain and turns it into purpose. She doesn't waste time replaying the past. Instead, she asks herself, how can I use this to make myself even stronger? And then she takes action, rebuilding herself on her terms. This isn't about proving anything to anyone. It's about evolving into her most powerful self. She steps up her discipline, refines her mindset, and levels up in ways no one saw coming. That heartbreak, it taught her resilience. That betrayal, it sharpened her instincts. That failure, it made her unstoppable. She's no longer the same person who was hurt. She's a stronger, wiser, and more unshakable version of herself. A new level of confidence. The best part? She walks with an energy that commands respect. She no longer tolerates nonsense. She no longer second-guesses her worth, and she certainly doesn't wait for validation. She knows she can handle anything life throws at her because she's already survived worse. Why this matters? The pain didn't break her. It built her into a force to be reckoned with. When people see her now, they don't see someone who was hurt. They see someone who emerged stronger, fiercer, and completely in control of her destiny. Second chances? Maybe. But she's not the same person she was before. She's wiser, sharper, and she's not falling for the same tricks twice. If you want back in her life, you'll have to prove you're worth it. And even then, she might still say no. Trust, once broken, is never the same. A Sigma female values loyalty above all else. When she gives someone a place in her life, it means she trusts them completely. But once that trust is broken, she sees things differently. She may forgive, but she never forgets. The person who hurt her might come back with apologies, excuses, or promises to change. But she's not easily convinced. She's learned the hard way that words mean nothing without action. A new version of her won't settle. The woman they once knew is gone. She's stronger now, wiser, and far more cautious. Before, she might have given people the benefit of the doubt. Now she relies on patterns, not promises. If someone betrayed her once, she knows they could do it again, and she won't allow herself to be in that position twice. Proving your worth is no guarantee. If someone wants a second chance, they'll have to work for it. They'll have to show through consistent actions that they've changed. But even then, she's not guaranteed to let them back in. She values her peace too much to risk another betrayal. Why this matters? A Sigma female's greatest strength is knowing when to walk away. And if she decides that someone no longer belongs in her life, no amount of apologies will change her mind. Finally, her strength becomes a beacon for others. She doesn't just heal herself, she inspires everyone around her. Her journey shows that pain doesn't have to define you, it can refine you. And that's the power of a Sigma female. Her story becomes a lesson. A Sigma female doesn't just overcome challenges, she transforms them into wisdom. Every betrayal, every setback, every moment of pain has shaped her into the unshakable woman she is today. And as she rises, people notice. They see her resilience, her discipline, and her ability to thrive no matter what life throws at her. She doesn't seek attention or validation, but her actions speak louder than any words ever could. A role model without trying. She's the woman others admire, not because she boasts about her strength, but because she embodies it. Friends, family, and even strangers look at her and think, if she can get through it, so can I. She becomes a silent mentor, leading by example rather than by instruction. The way she handles herself with grace, confidence, and self-respect shows others what's possible. Her strength creates a ripple effect. Her journey isn't just about her. It inspires others to reclaim their own power. Whether it's a woman walking away from a toxic relationship, someone choosing self-improvement over self-doubt, or a person setting firm boundaries for the first time, her resilience gives others the courage to do the same. Why this matters. The Sigma female's power isn't just in what she achieves, it's in how she uplifts others along the way. She doesn't just survive, she thrives, and in doing so she teaches others that they can too. So to every Sigma female out there, remember, your loyalty is a gift. If someone doesn't value it, that's their loss. Keep rising, keep growing, and keep inspiring. Because the world needs your strength. And to anyone who's hurt a Sigma female, just know, she's already moved on, and she's better than ever. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more empowering content. Until next time, stay strong, stay Sigma.